In my podcast this week, I talk about working your muscles in a lengthened or a shortened position. And in this video, I want to explain that a little bit more. I talk about the example of your mid-delts, which are these muscles here, which are responsible for raising your arm. And they are in their lengthened position when your arms are by your sides, or I guess you can stretch it a little bit more by starting your hand a little bit in front of you. So if you are trying to train that muscle, usually you do lateral raises, right? So you'll lift the weight up to your side like this. Now the thing is that when this weight is hanging down on your arm, it's actually not putting really any pressure on that lateral delt muscle. It's only when it starts to rise a little bit that you'll start to feel a little bit of resistance. But honestly, I could hold this probably through a whole television show, right? I mean, this is not a whole lot of resistance. But as I start to raise my arm further, the lever arm is getting longer, and therefore the resistance on the force on my arm and on my muscle is getting greater. And it's at its greatest way out here to the side. And yeah, I cannot hold it here very long. So this lateral raise is challenging my shoulder muscle the most when it's in its shortened position. In other words, when my arm is out to the side. Research is more and more on the side of working your muscles in the lengthened position. In other words, applying a lot of load to them, force to them when they're in the lengthened position. So in other words, when your shoulder muscle is like this. Now with a dumbbell, that's not happening, right? You're going to get the most force when your arm is out to the side, when the lever arm is the biggest. But you actually can do a little trick at home, which is that you can change your body. So let me show you how to do that. So if I get down here on the floor on my side and I put my arm out like this, then the moment I start to raise my arm, you'll notice it's kind of the same thing, that it is getting its max load right now because the lever arm is very long. And so as I raise my arm up higher, the lever arm is getting shorter, the force is getting less. So this is a little trick you can use at home to train your shoulder muscle a little bit different way. And one more option is actually to get into kind of a kickstand position so that your arm is at about 45 degrees. You can lean against something like a bench and then raise and lower your arm. And here, even though it's not at max load when it's lengthened, it has load when it's lengthened. And it also has load up here. So you have load throughout the whole range of motion. So those are some ways that you can challenge your shoulder muscle in different lengths, even working with dumbbells at home. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know or shoot me a DM.